Hi, welcome to this platform for Sensor Academy. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, consider subscribing, turn on that notification bell to simply get notified when next I post any video. And if you're watching this on our Facebook page and maybe on TikTok, ensure that you share the video and tag those that may find this video very much beneficial for an exam build-up preparation. In today's brief tutorial, we're simply going to consider Biology Paper 2 as an exam build-up session, and then we're simply going to highly place our focus on genetics by considering albinism as one of those regions under which we can be able to have a genetic diagram requested that we draw and then show the possible genotypes of the offspring. So under albinism, it would be relevant and biologically important to understand that albinism is a genetic disease or a genetic condition that is brought about because of the lack of pigmentation, which can be called melanin, in both the skin, the eyes, as well as the hair. And as a result, we're going to find that albinism is caused by mutations of the gene that are responsible in distribution of melanin. So under this question, it would be important to understand certain genetic terms. And by the way, when we talk about genetics, we are trying to talk about a branch of biology, which is the study of heredity or inheritance among living organisms. So we've got a question, and then the question says, Moses, a carrier for albinism, married Ruth, a normal female for albinism. Using a gene of capital letter A or small letter a for albinism, on A, define the term a gene. When we talk about a gene, this is going to be a component of inheritance that simply is going to bring about all the characteristics or variation of features that an offspring would be able to inherit directly or indirectly from a parent. And when we talk about the gene, we can simply talk about the variations that are continuous and those that are discontinuous. Those that are continuous are inherited directly from, that is, a parent onto an offspring. Such includes the height, the skin color, etc. For discontinuous, examples can include blood groups, the gender, as well as the fingerprint, because these are not the same from the parent to an offspring. So when we talk about a gene biologically, we can say that this is a basic unit of inheritance, meaning this component is highly relevant and relatable to how an organism outlook is going to be determined or decided. So we're going to say this is a basic unit of inheritance. So this is a basic unit of inheritance. Then B, state the genotypes of Moses and Ruth. For any genetic condition or disease that a child can inherit from the parents, there are three available conditions. It's either the child is normal, or the child is a carrier, or the child becomes completely infected, and under albinism will be called an albino. So if at all we use that is an A and an A, this one is called, that is an allele. An allele in simple terms can be said to be a pair of genes. So if we use two capital letters implying to describe a condition under albinism, this of course is supposed to be understood as someone being normal. And then if we were to talk about someone being a carrier, it means they are normal phenotypically, which is the outside appearance, and then they are affected inside, thereby affecting maybe the next generation. And then we can talk about being infected, and being infected also can mean being an albino, and as a result, this can be expressed by the two small letters which are called recessive genes, because these are going to show the infection for a possible condition that can be inherited from the parents. So now, here it says Moses is a carrier, meanwhile Ruth is normal. So to simply state the genotypes, by the way, a genotype is going to be the genetic makeup of the body. If you were to find a question in one of the previous that is exam papers that you could be revising, or any question that could come in future saying define the term genotype. Better be able to describe genotype being the genetic makeup of the body. So Moses being a carrier, the condition is going to be this one. So we're going to say capital letter A, small letter a. Ruth is said to be normal, so this is going to be capital letter A and capital letter A. So this one, capital letter A, small letter a, it's being for a carrier. And then we're simply going to proceed with what we have here. So for the second one, it says draw a genetic diagram to show the possible genotypes of their offspring. To draw a genetic diagram will probably be dependent on descriptions, and then will also be depending on genetic expressions. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to say genotypes, or we can be able to say phenotypes. Phenotypes of parent 1. So phenotypes of parent 1 means, though we've talked about Moses and Ruth, but how are they described towards albinism in terms of the available conditions? Moses is a carrier, Ruth is normal. So carrier and normal are said to be phenotypes. So we're going to say carrier, then we're going to show mating, then we're going to say this one is going to be normal. And then here we're going to move to, that is genotypes. So genotypes of parent 1. Genotype simply means we're now going to express the conditions genetically. So for carrier, we already have the genotypes there. So it's capital letter A, small letter a. For normal, it's capital letter A, another capital letter A. Then we're going to write that is gametes. So for gametes, we're going to separate the two genes individually, and this is whereby we're just going to leave a reasonable space. So this one is going to be A, and then we circle, then small letter A, then we circle. Then A, we circle, we leave a space, and then that is an A. It's either you circle or you don't, either way is okay. And then we can be able to, that is, multiply. When this multiplies these two, it does not follow them. Instead, its first outcome is going to be here, its second outcome is going to be here. So this one is going to come here. So this A and this A, we're going to have, that is, two capital letter A's. Then this A and this A, again, we're going to find that we're going to have two capital letter A's, like this. Then we move to this one. So when it comes here, this should drop down. So A and this A, we're going to start with a dominant gene, which is A, and then small letter A. And then for this one, also, we're going to find that this is supposed to drop here. So this one is going to be A, and then small letter A. So these are going to be the genotypes. The genotypes of these are the children, so we're going to call them the first generation or the video generation. So we're going to represent them as F1. Then we're going to describe this capital letter and capital letter. We're going to say this one is normal. And then this one is also normal. And then this one is a carrier. And then this one is a carrier. And then here where they are intersecting, we can simply be able to show that is fertilization like this. Having done so, it simply means we have answered this particular question in trying to prepare adequately for the oncoming exam. So I hope you find this video very much beneficial in trying to see that it helps you boost the act confidence that you currently have in trying to see that everything is possible, that you can be able to emerge victoriously over this year's biology, GCE or grade 12 internal November exam. Ensure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, leave a comment, share the video in order to benefit others, and register for our online lessons that are learner-centered and are going to ensure that you experience a positive academic transformation. We've got online lessons in mathematics, biology, English, science, and civic education, and charges are only 100 kwacha paid per subject, which is paid per month. Use this number to contact us, that is on WhatsApp. So you can contact us on this number 0965 51 79 82, and then you can inquire and register for your online lessons, more especially the GCE writing this year's exam. Ensure that you contact us, and we would be so much glad to see you joining our online lessons. This has been your tutor, Mr. Sensor from Sensor Academy School of Tuitions. For now, till you in the next video, keep revising and believing in yourself. Till you in the next session. For now, it's a goodbye.